Wow!
Hey guys, I am Alex O'Neill. I am Breakfast Bandit A this week, and I'm joined by Breakfast Bandit B. Oh, that works because my name
God
is
damn it!
Brandt.
I thought that you knew that.
Nope. I fucking the way I weave together the art that is my words. I just stumble into a dark room with a flashlight facing the wrong way, and I just start waving it around. It is actually just illuminating parts of my arm, but I go for it. Brent Ranj is here,
Thank you very much.
the Ramblin' Man himself.
I am.
This is a very special podcast.
It is an amazing podcast that fell on an amazing day.
On an amazing, it is, like today, like you guys don't understand, how perfect this is. This is like the pure definition of an April Fool's podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where we just play tricks and have fun and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's also the most birthday podcast I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, no. Your birthday was yesterday, and my birthday is tomorrow. And
Which
without
I didn't know this.
Without deviating from our usual day, this podcast falls on the apex.
Yeah. Like when our birthday vibes, and we're doing it at noon, like
Yeah.
at the perfect 12-hour mark between.
Right.
Like we are in like the weird solstice area.
Of our birthdays.
Of our birthdays, where like our birthdays are kind of like overlapping. It's like an eclipse.
Yeah. Birthday eclipse is definitely what we've got going on here.
Yeah, no, I
awesome.
turned 22 yesterday.
I turn 24 tomorrow.
And you turn 24 tomorrow. You're older than me. I know a lot of people are surprised by that, considering how mature I am in comparison.
Yeah, no, that's fairly accurate. I mean, but I'm not mature in comparison to I'm not mature compared to like a grapefruit. Never mind another human.
Yeah, or 2 oranges that you had for breakfast.
Oh my God, 2 oranges, and to be honest, I also had a handfuls of salt and pepper kettle chips.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I can't do the salt and pepper. I can't do pepper on chips.
What?
Me.
Wait, what? What's the? Do you not like spicy foods at all? Or?
No, I love spicy foods. I'm not a fan of like regular black pepper that much.
Okay.
That's like of the peppers. Like I love red pepper.
Of the peppers. Of all the peppers.
Of the many pepper. Like I love jalapenos. Love red pepper. Like spice.
Right.
But I can't do like just regular pepper spice. Like not on chips at least.
That's
other places. But
that's interesting.
yeah,
No,
it is. It's odd.
Okay, do you remember the day? Do you like sour cream and onion potato chips?
They were my absolute favorite potato
Me
chips.
too. Do you remember?
See, this is why.
Yeah, I know, when you just figured out that you like this thing. Like I'm not a huge potato chip fan. So like when I was a kid, I didn't really I wasn't all about chips. But then one day, somebody put out sour cream and potato chips, and it was like an Ark of the Covenant discovery moment where I'm like, this. I went in expecting salt, and I came out a changed man.
Yeah, it's great. Because the first time I had sour cream and onion, because I heard it, I read it, and I'm like, at the time, I was young and naive, and I didn't like onions. So I thought. Love onions, actually. Turns out the truth was much darker. I had them, I looked at them, I'm like, this is going to be disgusting. I don't like sour cream, I don't like onions. Again, 2 choices that have changed over time. And I had it, and I'm like, I don't like this. But, give it 1 hour from that one chip, and I'm like, I need to eat that whole bag right now. So yeah, I definitely had the moment where I'm like, I love this. This is what I love, and I love this.
I didn't even know what sour cream was at the time. I was unaware. It wasn't even in my my sphere of understanding. Onions were vaguely, because I was a kid, and it's no. I don't think kids, unless you're like Wario, and that's even garlic. You don't just go up and say, "Hey, Ma, can you just throw me an onion?"
Yeah, you don't. I mean, some people eat onions.
I can eat an onion like an apple, gun to my head, but I'm just saying, as a child, it wasn't my first choice.
One scenario where I could eat an onion like an apple, gun to my head. That's it. No, I couldn't. I couldn't do that. But you give me an onion and I can make 40 different dishes with it.
Oh yeah, no, onions are great. Saute them and stuff like that. Are you a fan of Lay's sour cream and onion? Or I'm
generally
Pringles?
not a fan of Lay's.
Thank you. Fuck. See, I think it's an April. I think it's like a birthday breakfast bandit thing.
Yeah, it's a April 1st, March 31st / April 2nd.
Yeah. There's it's like a Woodstock of people who understand that Lay's are not the best chip.
No, I grew up on Utz.
Oh, finally! I was gonna say Utz.
Yeah.
Utz are the number one.
I love Utz so much. As I've gotten older, I really like kettle cooked chips, but kettle Utz is still
you and I, same person. We have the same exact tastes. I love Utz and kettle Utz.
if you're me, that means that you are also Ben Riddick, as we discovered on an episode of Ridiculous Rants.
Yeah, no, it's a weird thing. That's why we were all at Beyond 300, because we were all one entity. It was like It's like pieces of the Triforce.
In different areas of the room, not talking to each other, though, is the best part.
Yeah.
So we're Waffles vs. Pancakes and non-sequitur podcasts.
I don't know if they know if we're non sequitur or not. If they
I
made
don't
it
know
this
if you
far.
picked up on it 9 episodes in, but we're gonna talk about some video game stuff. I did want to say, so I did turn 22 yesterday. I don't know if you guys knew this. I wasn't aware until the day before yesterday that Taylor Swift has an incredible masterwork of songwriting.
How did you find this? Because I know I tweeted at you.
So you tweeted me, there's a song for that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, ah, ha, ha. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah. I just thought that was. I mean, I love music. I've got a vast music library, and so there are certain points where I know I'm going to make a weird reference, and I'll say, oh, it's a song, oh, it's an album, oh, it's a, whatever. But I really thought Taylor Swift was enough in the cultural lexicon where you would know her hits.
See, I love music too. Not as much as you, obviously. You're like an aficionado.
Whatever.
I love music, but I'm like so out of touch with it. Like Kanye West is like one of my favorite artists, and like I have to like regularly check like his Wikipedia page because I don't know if he's put out a new album because I just don't know. I'm like completely not like averse to it, but it's not in my wheelhouse of knowledge. It's a rickety wheelhouse, I'll tell you that much. So like my friends who are both my closest friends are huge music nuts. So like they're telling me like when that artist that you like, they put out something new, you should get it. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you for telling me. I wouldn't know otherwise. So like I love Taylor Swift, but like I don't really buy a lot of albums. Like I need to
Yeah.
I need to get her new album, but like I'm sure at some point I saw 22 on the Red album, and.
No, that's me.
Okay, good. I can't tell.
Marimba.
I'm sure I saw the name at some point, but I didn't know. So I just thought you were just talking about some. My mind.
You thought that was some sort of like weird, obscure, like. I was just making some sort of a reference you weren't getting.
Yeah, my mind honestly went to like those stock birthday songs that people put on YouTube, like that put like names in them, because I saw them for another friend earlier in the month. So
you just I was trying to make this like multi-million person understanding in joke, and you happen to be on the outside.
Oh,
so
totally.
How did you find out about 22?
So I tweeted this thing like I turned 22 tomorrow, and you said what you did. And my good friend Jazz, who I met through Twitter, she's amazing. She's a fantastic human being. She's like, let me help you with that, and she sends me the link to the video, and I click it, and I'm like, oh my god. like I instantly, my life changes in a moment, and then I listen to the song, and it's fantastic. I'll have you know. I'm a big fan of Miss Tay Swift.
I'm glad that you've found out about this in 2015, which is most appropriate,
of course,
and that you figured that out like on your birthday. So now you have like an entire year to listen to the song and be like, this is all about me.
That's the best thing. Like me and my roommate last night were sitting having a couple beers on the balcony at like in the sun setting. I'm like, I got 365 days of this, and I'm like, oh fuck, next year's a leap year. Fuck that, I got 266 days of this. And he's like, we're gonna have to, when we move, you're gonna have to find someone else.
Yeah, no, you can only listen to that song every once in a while. But you can, you put those headphones on if you're feeling 22, and there's a song specifically about that.
I don't know about you.
22. I even listened to that song a whole fuck ton. And it was ironic because I have a friend who's born 3 days before you, 2 or 3 days before you, and I was out for her birthday. It's it's my cousin's girlfriend. So we went out to a bar, a whole bunch of us, a gaggle of us, and she turned 22. And when that song came on, when the DJ played that song as a special request, all of the girls just went ape shit over the song.
It's like that one song by Kesha and Pitbull came on, then white girls go crazy, from what I understand. I can't think of the name, but I'm sure you listeners out there, you wonderful viewers, you'll figure it out. I turned 22 and I listened to 22. I think I've listened to it about 17 times now.
No, you need to. I listen to Shake It Off quite a bit because it's not age specific.
Yeah.
Haters are going to continue to hate regardless of your age,
Yeah.
and heartbreakers are going to continue to break. You
Yeah.
know.
And Faker's gonna fake.
Yeah, no. She lays out a lot of different types of people and explains what they do pretty well. Her understanding of groups of people and verbiage is unmatched. But Alex, you bring up something interesting. Because I am a music nut, what I try to do is every time that I turn a certain age, I try to find a song that has that age in it somewhere. So 22 is easy.
Okay.
Because 22 became. That was a massive hit. 23, which I am right now, is I wouldn't say I'm a big fan, but Blink-182 were popular when I was as we were basically growing up. And I remember all of my classmates in like the 5th grade always liked All the Small Things because they would scream the word sucks because it has work sucks I know, and that was one of those words that was kind of a swear when you were a little kid. So work sucks I know.
Yeah, what the fuck's up with that? Why was sucks a swear?
I have no idea. I mean, it's vaguely suggestive, but not at 10. Like 10, you wouldn't understand the
I'm like, that sucks.
Subtext.
And they're like, what the fuck did you just say? Like,
you piece of shit, you can't use words like that.
Yeah, like I would say that something sucked to my parents. They'd be like, no, it doesn't. Shut up. They would get so angry at me.
Yeah, well, that's not nearly as bad as the time that I did not know the term screw yourself meant.
Oh.
And I did tell my parents to screw themselves during a disagreement, and there was a hammer that was thrown down, and like, do you know what that means? I'm like, no, it's like, tell us to go fuck ourselves. And I'm like, I would like to say for the record that I didn't know that. And I would like to, if I could possibly just get a mulligan on that, that would be great.
Yeah, total recall, please.
Right. So Blink-182, of course, has What's My Age Again, and the lyric is Nobody Likes You When You're 23. So I've had an entire year of people not liking me, which has been a blessing and a curse.
Sure.
And
I like you. That happened this year. That's
thank
cool.
you. Yeah. And then...
You're all right.
Because we're in the 30th, well, that's about all I can hope for. Yeah. Because we're 30 years removed from 1985, the song 1985, as made popular by Bowling for Soup, the protagonist, who is a woman, her dreams went out the door when she turned 24.
Ah.
She'd only been with one man. She had a plan that didn't pan out, and Duran Duran was also a group that she wanted to get a hand on. So I'm going to be listening. I think the first song I listen to when I turn 24 in a few hours is going to be Bowling for Soup's 1985.
Okay. I can get into that.
That's true. So tell me a little bit about your birthday. You're the topic master, but I think that because this is a birthday one, we should share it.
Yeah, no, for sure. And the birthdays is kind of my topic, so...
Perfect.
So they all work together. What do you want to know? Like, what did I do for my birthday? Because it was pretty boring.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about when I was when did you become cognizant that your birthday kind of was a thing? Because I remember that there were, when I was a little kid, a super little kid, I knew that like Christmas existed,
yeah,
and I knew that my birthday existed and Easter existed and all these other 4th of July. But because I wasn't really adept with a calendar, it seemed random to me. So like one day, December would come, but I didn't really know, how that worked. So I was like, oh, it's Christmas time. And then my birthday would happen. And I remember I have vivid memories of asking my mom, is my birthday soon? Like, when is this thing that I like happening? And when I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I guess I was probably around the same age when I was very young, and this has happened 3 times, I think, in my lifespan. My birthday has fallen on Easter. So I don't know if this has ever happened to you since you have an early April birthday. No?
Yeah. I think it's happened once before, but I always get Good Friday, which is in the dogmatic Catholic sphere is not the best day to have your birthday. But yes, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So when I would get like a message from the Easter Bunny, like kids, fiction. I would get like a little note because we would get like one cool present for Easter in my house, which I thought was cool. I would get a little note from the Easter Bunny that says "Happy Birthday" and a bunch of like different Easter color
pastels. I don't know why there's pastels around Easter. There's always pastels around my birthday, our birthdays.
Yeah, puce like colors are very strong with Easter. I don't know, like my brother Brady, his birthday is on the 22nd of March. So I always had like one like just before to remind me that my birthday was coming. So I was always kind of aware of it. Plus, birthdays were a deal in my house because speaking of my brother Brady, he would always like if someone was blowing out candles on a cake. This is when we were very young, so I forgive him. If even if it wasn't his birthday, he had to the candles had to be relit, and everyone had to shut up so he could sing the birthday song and blow out the candles as well.
That is a really weird. I thought you were going to say that, you know, the two of you tried to game the system by doing like a twofer mega birthday supreme, like an O'Neill family gala, and try to like see if that would up the ante in the present angle.
No, we were never that smart. We would always get along super well when we were way younger. So
okay, yeah. So man, yeah. Birthdays were fairly. I guess they were a fairly big deal in my house. They were never like I had friends whose parents were like over the top. Like they did things, and now as like an adult who's, you know, at some point I think I'd like to have a family myself. I'm like, I would never do that. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy pants banana town. Why would you put so much thought and effort into that? They're not going to remember shit.
Yeah.
In fact, I believe this so wholeheartedly that I have a cousin who's turning 1 on the 9th. You know, little baby cousin. And he's super, he's cute and he's cool. And my mom is going to get him a present, clothes, and some money or whatever the hell, you know, she wants to get because she's the great aunt.
She's going to give a 1-year-old money?
Huh? Well, for like the college fund. That's
okay.
Like
that's fine.
That's the idea.
I imagine like handing a baby, like a wad of ones rolled up. And
Yeah.
You're just like looking at it.
Oh, that's a good pun because he's 1. Oh, that would be such a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, you're really firing on all cylinders today with the accidental humor.
It's all accidental too. Like you're 100% correct.
Intentional. So she's gonna get whatever present she's gonna get for the little guy, and I'm gonna write the card. And the card is going to be for the adults because the kid can't fucking read. So it's going to be like...
It's like, don't throw your kids stupid fucking parties.
No, it's going to be written to my cousin, but stuff that... It's going to be like the 3 kilos of cocaine that you requested are... You know, you could find the key to the Learjet on the back of the well. Now, don't let anybody see this. The rendezvous point is here. You know, the gold is hidden in Toblerone boxes that are being shipped here from, like, you know, Taiwan.
Yeah.
And the girls will be ready when you need them. You know, it's going to be something that the adults are going to be like, Brandt, you're out of your mind. And then I hope that if they do scrapbook, then he finds these cards, because I'll do them every year.
That's like the best part.
Because then if he becomes like, you know, when he becomes like 18 or whatever, he can look at these and be like, are you out of your fucking mind? And at that point, I'll be like 40 and I'll be like,
you knew
yep.
I was fucking 1, right? And you'd be 40 shit in your pants. I don't know why you've like progressed to being 60 or 80 when you're 40, but in my future, you are like a senile 40-year-old man.
Oh really? So I'm just sitting, based on my purchases, I'm pretty sure my credit card company is going to think that, because again, I'm going to have to buy like mic cables and a juicer and like all sorts of other weird things.
Mic cables, juicer, box of like extra small condoms, not for you, for a friend, and like some other random shit, and like a thermostat or whatever you were.
Yeah. I have to buy a thermostat. Yeah. So all these disparate things from like different stores, and they're like, either he's going to build the lamest transformer or he's really just lost his fucking mind.
Yeah, transformer condang mixed in your pants or whatever.
Okay, so I'm not going to be senile when I'm 40, knock on wood. I hope that there are many happy returns. If they keep these cards, I hope, you know, when he's 18, I'm going to say, hey, go into the scrapbooks and find the cards that I wrote for you when you were a kid. But I can only do it when he's like 1 through 3, because you know, once he starts reading, then I'm going to be more I'll write something humorous for him. But you know, when he absolutely can't read, it's just going to be absolute, like, you know, fucking Tony Montana fan fiction.
That is a very vivid thought right there, Tony Montana fan fiction. No, that's incredible. I have little second cousins, and I should do that.
Yeah, be the cool older cousin, because he's one of the first cousins, because my family is insanely big. Like, I'm talking about, like, crazy, crazy, crazy large. And so my, these little cousins that are being born, they're going to be the ones that like, I have older cousins where like I'm 24 now and they're like in their mid 40s, and now I understand that when these kids grow up to be in their late teens and early 20s, I'm going to be that older cousin guy. So now it's very weird to be at this point where the cycle hasn't really repeated yet, but now I'm in the place where it's kind of started.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's weird. I guess it's life. So let's go back to our childhoods when we were the kids, when we were the babies. Is there anything that you vividly remember wanting and asking for your birthday?
See, no, like I'm terrible with this. My memory got like super bad like 5 years ago. Right around when I was having like medical issues. Could be related, maybe not. Who knows?
I would imagine they might be related.
Yeah, maybe. And like, so I just like, I used to have the fucking sharpest memory of anyone I knew. Now I just forget everything. I don't even know what date it is.
So maybe you're projecting your 40-year-old senility on me.
Yeah, probably. Like that's the reality. Like I used to know who everybody was. Now I can't remember names. Like that's like my trouble spot. But like I do little things inside my head to like Brandt. I'll say a name over and over again in my head.
Yeah.
And I'll try and remember it. I don't know. Like there weren't a lot of things I wanted. I was way into Lego. I was like the most spoiled kid ever. I mean, I was the youngest of three.
Okay.
I got a lot of stuff from my brothers and from my parents. I was like a good kid. Well, I mean that was like out later, so I guess that doesn't even apply. I was very spoiled. I didn't have to want for much, which is great. I was raised wonderfully. I'd like to think I came out decent. And yeah, so I didn't want for much. Was there like a specific Ninja Turtles action figure that you just died by?
I became a video game fan when I was like 3 years old, so I never wanted. So the thing was that these like action figures and stuff, I just didn't. I couldn't interact with them the way that I wanted to interact with them.
Yep, me too.
Like in the video game land, I could do all of these things and I could fuck around. And it wouldn't be tactile.
You would fuck around all right.
That's right. I knew how to use the cape in Mario World. And
you would tell those people to go screw themselves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'd be like, listen, parents, I need to beat the level groovy. I don't know what that means.
Touch Fuzzy, get dizzy? That's all I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'm going to go touch Fuzzy and get dizzy. And they're like, is he on mushrooms? Don't worry about it.
Eat them out of the backyard. It was a good time.
Yeah. It was great. I always wanted some sort of video game, so it was always like my chance to buy. And because I was a kid, I didn't know that the N64 didn't have an insanely good lineup, but they always did have like a couple good games a year, and so it was my opportunity to be like, I want Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie.
I was gonna say, like, I lived and died by those rare games.
Yeah, exactly. Or when the game, I know I got Pokemon Blue for Christmas. But it was always my opportunity to do, to ask for something like that. It was always some sort of games-related thing, and then eventually,
It was just adult pornography at some point. Like,
adult pornography. Yes.
16-year-old, I want a subscription to Playboy.
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted. I was like, that's parents, sit down. Actually, no. For my 16th birthday, I got a bass guitar. To be perfectly honest with you, I remember that one.
I definitely wanted a guitar at some point.
Right. I mean, now I still play. I turned to rhythm guitar, but I always wanted stuff like that. I always wanted some sort of video game related piece of paraphernalia, and then at some point, I'm just like, you know what? I was on the outs with games for a while. I actually just wrote a piece on that for Retro whenever that gets posted, and at that point I'm just like, I need some money so that whenever something does come out, I had a greater sense of like something that I want doesn't exist now, but like 4 months down the line, this game will come out, or this album will come out, or something else is going to go down, and or concerts get announced around summertime, so a little bit of money for concerts. That became the impetus.
Yeah, I definitely think that's what I ask for now is like some money, so I could get the things that I want. Like I can get the things that I want now. So you don't have to get me them. You can just give me the money.
Yeah,
so I can get Chipotle. So
Yeah, it's like a little boost. It's just like, okay, now, maybe if you're at Chipotle, you can get the burrito, no, the quesadilla burrito.
Yeah,
It's an off menu
obviously.
item, but they charge you for both a quesadilla
Same.
and a burrito, but it exists.
See, sometimes you'll get the nice lady that just charges you for the burrito, though. That happened to me quite a lot because
I God damn it, I love
I was
burritos.
I was so nice to them. I can't eat the quesarito anymore though because I used to get it every time I went there, but I can't do it. One, because you're an asshole when you do it, and two, and I acknowledge that. Two, I'm not trying to get any fatter than I already am.
It's a gluttonous thing. That's actually, you know what? To be perfectly honest, the thing that I look forward to most for my birthday is that's one of the few times where I'm like, I would like to go out to a nice restaurant and get like a really nice entree. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
kind of
love that. I love doing that.
that's
Absolutely.
my big thing. It is a weird moment when you cross into quasi adulthood, and then your birthday. Another great thing about it is that you can things happen throughout the entire year and people get reflective around New Year's. But like on your birthday, you can think about the past year of your life and say like, well, what happened between, in my case, April 2nd of last year to April 2nd of this year? There were good things, there were bad things. What things would I not go back and change, but what things did I learn that I can apply in the next year? And it gives you an opportunity, like an actual vantage point of like, what was I doing last year?
Yeah, and it like you're right. It's a very introspective thing. Like for me, it's I was sitting down with my friend, my good friend Damien. I guess last night, and yesterday morning, I should say. And I just hit the midnight mark and just turned 22, and we're just sitting there talking about like all the things because I'm moving as well. I'm moving
Right, you are.
on Monday, so next week's show is gonna be we'll figure it out. It's gonna be fun. And so like I'm leaving this place I've lived in for over 2 years behind, and I'm getting older. All these things happening together, so we're sitting there talking about life as we often do. And he's saying like everything's changed, like know all these new people now, and I'm sitting there like I really don't I don't talk to one person now like that I used to talk to, and I just like I've learned a lot though. I've been freelancing.
You've become more stately.
Yeah, I write a lot more now. Like I write every day now, which has been like a 2015 thing, 2015 to swiftly write all of the things. And I've grown a lot as a person, but not in any like maturity way. I think I'm still about as mature as I was a couple years ago.
Keep that bar low.
Yeah, it's already low. Don't worry. But like, yeah, I've gotten a lot better at things, which is good.
Yeah.
And it is time for those introspective. But with my topic, my question, which
Sure.
again, it's all related. My birthday was on a Tuesday
Right.
this year, and anyone who plays video games or writes about video games or whatever knows that that's exciting because it means you get birthday video games, games that come out
Birthday
on your birthday.
games.
For me, this year was Axiom Verge, which I was lucky enough to have like far ahead of time. So I'd already played that, and my review went up on Monday, and I really liked it. So you should go check that out if you haven't already. And and like some Evolve DLC came out, but it made me think back. So I wrote a little thing about this yesterday too, and I'm going to ask you about it.
Sure.
Like good birthday game experience, because I've one that's like kind of like my shining.
But here's the thing, and I don't want to
jewel.
cut you off. You know that we're gonna have the same ones, right? Because we're born 2 days apart from one another. So like when you said the Wind Waker when you were 10,
Yeah.
I played that game when I was 12.
Yeah.
Like we have the awkward thing is that we've had a whole bunch of the same birthday game experiences by virtue of the fact that we've been
But
doing
I
this
mean,
a while.
we're different people, so they're different
We
experiences.
are different. No, we're what? We're different people.
What?
All I know is that I got my Super NES for my birthday when I was a little child, and I guess Super Mario World it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's the game that got me really into games when I was a kid. I believe I got Super Smash Brothers for my birthday, and I remember vividly just running around my basement with the cartridge screaming.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Which is I did it 50% because of excitement and 50% because of theatrics, and then I just like popped that cartridge in, and I remember playing with all of my friends, and just like one of my friends had it, and he was like, you can unlock characters, and I'm like, what? Because I was used to having the character roster straight from the start in a game like Mario Kart or other multiplayer games. Or at least I wasn't. I also just, I guess, wasn't aware that you can unlock characters in other games.
Yeah.
Or you're like, in that sort of way by like accomplishing tasks.
For me, like with Smash Bros, it's just like we unlocked the characters and stuff, and that blew our minds. But there was like another level, like one more level. And I was like, oh. And that level
What
was
level?
Awesome. It was they just call it like Super Mario World or whatever. But it was
like the Super Mario, the stage, the extra stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's still my favorite stage in the game.
Yeah, it's so cool. You could like go through the pipe.
Yeah, and there's the moving background.
Yep. God, that game is so dope.
Yeah, so there was that game. Now, to be perfectly honest, my game experience is around my birthday. Sometimes if it's around Easter time, I'm down here in Florida, as I am presently. That's why my background looks different. It's all about playing games with like my younger cousins who are now, in their teens, early teens, and so it's all about kind of like, well, what do you play? Okay, so I guess the Call of Duty demographic is the Call of Duty demographic, and you guys really like those games, and kind of learning about what people are playing now. I downloaded Monument Value yesterday, and that game is really great, the iOS title, because I was I had to get maximum Apple. I was listening to the Steve Jobs audiobook on my iPhone, and I was like, I don't think I'm enough of a fan of these people. Let me download a game through their App Store service.
I did appreciate that. Like I'm sitting there on the 23rd of March, just like waiting for Bloodborne to release, and you're like, yeah, I'm waiting on this hot new Steve Jobs biography. I'm like, God damn it, Brandt.
Yeah, you're like, oh well, I know how to have fun. And I'm like, oh, go fuck yourself.
Something different strokes for different folks.
That's right. That's all we need. That's all podcasts bind us, and then we have different interests. That's the whole good point. So another thing about the birthdays and the introspective stuff is that you can set goals for yourself for the next year because you remember where you're at on your birthday, hopefully. I mean, if you have a really good birthday, you don't know what I'm saying. But you typically remember what you do on your birthday and how you think and where you're at.
But
so
speaking of which, just like to chime in on my birthday video game, because you mentioned it, and I wrote about it yesterday.
Oh, yeah, please. I apologize.
It's such a vivid memory, and it wasn't until yesterday that I realized it was 12 years ago, because I'm like, when the fuck did Wind Waker come out? So
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, I got Wind Waker it came out on the 24th of March, 2003, which, I was like, Wind Waker didn't come out that long ago when I was writing it up, and then I looked up the date just to make sure it was 12 years ago, again. And yeah, I remember I got it on my birthday, so I guess it's not technically a birthday game.
Yeah, it counts.
But it counts because, I was young enough for stuff like that to count. And, you got that like gold case and everything. And I remember, like, my mom was like, what do you want? Like, I'll get you just, like, the dopest food. Like, whatever. I'll make you something super nice. I'm like, I want... and I assume you read my post, so you know what I'm talking about. I want Kentucky Fried Chicken, boneless honey barbecue chicken wings, and I want the biggest size that they come in. So I am a disgusting 10-year-old child.
That's like not healthy.
It's so far away from healthy.
No, it comes. I think in that size, it like comes in a bucket.
It comes in like it does come in a bucket, but this was when it was like new at the time, so it came in like
the hotness.
Yeah, it was the hotness. All right, it came in like one of those like this rectangular thing. It was just full to bursting. Like the little tabs on the sides to keep it tucked in were like blowing off, and like. It was a 20-pack, and they're huge. They were like way bigger than boneless wings should be, but I was way into it. So I'm sitting there. I remember like fucking walking around the Forsaken Fortress, just like fork in hand, just like my sweet dope orange GameCube controller because it was the coolest
awesome.
one.
That is cool.
Just like walking around, like trying to be sneaky. I'm like stuffing my face with these. And it was like this was my big deal birthday because I hit the double digits. Now I'm double digits in another regard.
Yeah, another decade.
22. Yeah, it's Yeah, it's such a vivid memory for me, and I love it. And it like the vividness of it, and this is again going back to like I used to have a razor sharp memory. Some of these old ones still come back to me like that. I remember eating so many of the wings that like when I would bite into it like and I was chewing it, I could taste like the bread, like the breading, like just like the what made up the breading. So God, it was a disgusting birthday, but
That
it was
is really gross.
one of my favorites of all
No,
time.
I remember I have a vivid Wind Waker memory because I had a birthday party, a little birthday party, because I was never after I became a like when I was a little kid after what I like to call the social training wheels. Once those come off, social training wheels means like people who have birthdays for everyone in their class because you just you like a bowling birthday. Or like when all the girls feel pretty obligated to give everybody a Valentine, and the guys do too. And it's once those social constructs, once you get to choose people as opposed to trying to serve everybody. My birthday party from like 5th grade, I think it was like a bowling party or some such shit. And then 6th grade was like 5 people. I'm like, all right, so now I've pared down. And one of those people, I was playing Wind Waker, and my mom got the call, and she's like, "Oh, this kid wants to talk to you." And I remember I had the phone up to my ear, like on the shoulder. And he's like, "I can't come to your birthday party, and I'm playing the Wind Waker." And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. All right, cool. I'll see you in class. Bye." I completely ignored him because I was, I think I was in the final dungeon. And I'm like, I have no time for this. I don't.
Yeah, I'm sick of your shit.
Yeah. If you're not gonna cut, just don't show up. My time is it was diverted from the Wind Waker.
Have you seen Puppet Ganon? Do you know like what the fuck is up with that?
Yeah. Like I've got some evil smite, and you're not really helping me there. You're not my co-pilot. Jesus is my co-pilot.
Take the wheel.
Yeah, take the wheel, J-Man. I got to talk to this plebe. That's what I told Jesus Christ, who appeared in that moment. I played the Elegy of Emptiness, and Jesus appeared instead of a clone of me and played the Wind Waker. It was extraordinary. Did I mention I touched Fuzzy and got dizzy before all this happened? So maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. I was 12 years old, and my life was tumbling.
Yeah, your life was on a fast track to hell. All right. J-Bomb could not take the wheel.
That's right. J-Bomb. That's the best. J-Bomb.
I referred to Jesus as J-Bomb earlier, and my roommate lost his shit.
I'm gonna bank that term right now because I'm in.
Good Friday's coming up, so
yeah. That's right. So J-Bomb. All right, I'm gonna have to sit on that before I make any references to that. But that's a good one. I'm glad that we both have Wind Waker memories, though. It's a great game.
Again, but coming into the show, I had the idea. I didn't know your birthday was tomorrow, so I suspected it because you sent me that text earlier. It's like, you're gonna sit on the beach or whatever the fuck you were saying.
Yeah, no, I get to for my birthday when it's strike a minute. I'm gonna be on the beach. It's gonna be really nice.
Listening to Oasis.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to Oasis. I'm gonna listen to a whole bunch of Watch the Story Morning Glory. I'm gonna ugly cry, and then I'm gonna start, and then I'm gonna start my 24th year fucking right.
Yeah, literally the only Oasis song I know is Wonderwall.
Wonderwall. No, that's perfectly fine. We'll have. When we hang out, there's going to be so much music, and I'm going to be like, all right, we're going to listen to some hip-hop, but we're also going to listen to some rock and roll and music.
Oh, I'm going to play the dopest jams in my car.
There's going to be a lot of rhythm and blues being played, some Marvin Gaye deep cuts, I think is
some jazz? Are we gonna
Oh, yeah.
I like jazz, I just don't listen to it.
That's fine. That's cool. We can listen to jazz. Yeah.
Have you heard of the jazz song Moanin'?
Yeah.
That's a great fucking song.
Yeah, no, I've gotten very into jazz recently. So because it's like chill, it's music that I can listen to while I write, and I've always wanted to listen to music while I write. But if it's lyrics, then I get lost.
I listen to some choice gaming music.
Oh yeah, chip. I've heard a lot of that. Like people use chiptunes to
not necessarily chiptunes, but like are you familiar with the Shatter soundtrack?
Yes. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay.
That's a great one to write to. I'll send it to you at some point.
Sure. Geometry Wars
on YouTube. I listen to there's this collection. I don't know if you've heard of Game Chops.
Yep.
They did this collection of just different artists doing kind of different takes on some classic songs from mostly older video games, but some newer stuff. And like there are some big names on there too, like Austin Wintory did one of them. It's called World 1-2, and it's fucking incredible. I highly recommend it to anybody out there. And there's another one that's like World 1-2 Reprise, and it's like 30 new songs by different people, and some of the
That sounds great.
And I need to get that. I still haven't. But also, quick question. So I have like I'm sitting on about like $130 birthday money.
Oh my God, I mean, let's think about this clearly. That's a lot of burritos. If you wanted to simply use it as a
13
burrito
burritos,
fund,
my friend.
Yes.
From Chipotle. I want to get a pretty slick shotgun mic.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna end that like a word
Pretty
earlier.
Slick dick. No.
No. I thought you were gonna say pretty slick shotgun, and I'm like, that is not.
I'm trying to get a 12 gauge. If you know what I'm saying. No.
You're like, I saw
microphone.
the whatchamacallit, the Walking Dead finale really got you. It hit you hard.
Yeah.
So you're
if
like,
I had watched it, it would have destroyed me.
if I've watched a single episode of that show, I would know what I was talking to. It wouldn't be speaking directly out of one orifice while throwing my voice.
We can go on that Walking Dead tangent another day. So I got this new webcam upon your recommendation, which I really like.
Yeah.
And again, I'm hoping to have like a studio and space, or at least more space when I move in May into a nice home. And I'm gonna bring back. My plan is to bring back Alex Talks. I don't know if you're familiar with Alex.
Yeah, you told me about it, and I checked an episode out.
It's kind of my on-camera experience, and I have like a little lavalier microphone that I did for the second season of that, and that was cool and all. But I wanted to step my game up even further.
So dynamic mic like this one,
I would a shotgun condenser mic was probably what I would go with.
Okay.
Something super nice because I do have a nice mixer preamp to.
Right. No, that is great. You got good levels. You sound good in my cans.
Oh yeah, that's always my plan. I'm good with like taking someone's voice and then fixing this up so their voice specifically sounds its best through my setup. So I'm hoping to like have the shotgun mic, do that for Let's Plays, do that for videos, do that for like group videos, do more of those because we're planning on doing more of those. The first one of that's going to go up this week probably. Buddy System here on YouTube.
I'm glad that the webcam recommendation worked out for you though.
Yeah, and I did like a little test setup. Like I would have it like on a tripod, kind of like the angle would be similar to what they do for like the PBS Idea channel. If anyone's familiar with that.
Would you do you have, because when last we spoke you didn't have a tripod?
I have a tripod. I'm planning on getting a more stable one. Before I do this, and I wouldn't start this up again until like June, I'd say. And I just having the shotgun mic would make so many things that I do sound way better. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at. Just wanted to throw that. If you have any shotgun mic recommendations, send them my way.
I might know places where they do, because I'm not. I mean, I went to a number of review sites when I decided I wanted to get my my gear. I'm like obsessive when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, me too. I do that constantly. The other alternatives, I could use it just to get a couple games ahead of time, or get another one of these so I could have.
Yeah, that's a really nice microphone, and the fact that you have a pop filter, I got to get a pop filter for mine,
for sure,
because that helps pretty substantially.
Yeah, a lot of things, a lot of things to think about on my birthday.
Yeah, no, it's an infrastructure. I thinking about infrastructure is certainly a good birthday topic, to be honest with you. Just thinking, because that goes into the thing that I was going to ask before I very rudely cut you off and didn't let you answer your own question. But like, do you have any sort of stuff that you want to get done in the next year before you turn 23, before people start not liking you for an entire year?
Like my game plan for the next year? I mean, I'm going to finish school. I've talked about this relatively at length on IP. Been trying to get an associate's degree for about 4 years now, so got to fix that stuff up, and hopefully move on to my next school to finish out my last 2 years, and actually do that within a reasonable time frame. That's cutting into next year. Recent stuff has been made kind of cool. I might be like being a published writer on. Paid and published on different websites soon.
That's the good stuff.
But definitely, like over the next couple of weeks, I got to make sure that happens and that comes to fruition and that goes through. And I that's like mostly my thing. Like I've hunkered down a lot. This is since September last year. Like I did. I got straight A's. First and only time I've ever had a 4.0 GPA was last semester at school, and I'm like continuing doing pretty good this semester and kind of powering through and getting that done and actually being an adult and doing that and writing a lot more and getting better. I think I've grown a lot as I've written more and more, and
the only way to do it is to do it.
Yeah, and I say that like a lot, and a lot of people say that. It's like, I think I'm getting better. I think I'm getting. It's so impossible to know when you're in a vacuum. But like when someone asks you to or pays you to publish on their site, like that's when you know. Oh, maybe I have gotten better. And yeah,
you become Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I become SS level 1.
That's right.
Ascended Saiyan's up next. That's 2016. Still working on a name for that, guys. Don't worry. 2015 is. We got plenty of it left, though.
Yeah, we got that shit on lock.
Fiscal year's over, but parties just started.
Oh my god! I'm gonna do a Photoshop with that. That is an amazing thing ever. It's gonna be like corporate people like doing champagne, like drinking champagne. Fiscal year's over, but the party's just started.
Yeah, I'm hoping there's actually like a possibility that I could be going to that kind of funny thing in May.
Mm-hmm.
It's a slim possibility, but I'm hoping if I can get out there again and just see those people that I haven't seen in forever. Like,
yeah.
Because I didn't go to PAX, which sucked. And like every year, I usually see all those games writers that I know, and they know me, and go hang out and see them and give hugs and hug Greg Miller, and he screams Irrational Passions. It's like it's a thing that we do every year at least, and I haven't done that. So if I could make it out to that, that'd be really cool as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. For me, I don't know where I'm going to be living in a little while.
We talked about this, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm down here with my mother. And she's like, yeah, we're going to sell that house, my childhood home where I'm presently living.
Mm-hmm.
Like within the next, it's April, so within the next, hopefully not old. The ideal would be by like November.
Okay.
November-ish.
We're hitting some technical difficulties at home. The viewers at home.
The technical difficulties. What happened?
Okay, hey, you're back. You were stuttering, cutting in and out. I think you're good.
Okay, now that's good. Yeah, so I have to figure that shit out. So I'm applying to a whole bunch of different places. Freaking out.
Yeah, you
and
are.
by freaking out, I would be doing that, but I'm not right now. I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm on the ascendancy.
Yeah, you're coming back up from the dark depths of like Staticville.
Yeah. I was making a metaphor about my life, but that's fine. I'm in the ascendancy just generally, not just in the land of bandwidth. The
bandwidth. The bandwidth is pretty much a metaphor for life, as is. It has its ups and downs.
Yeah, just like the financial year.
Also, just so you know, the fiscal year's over, but the party's just started. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be Nintendo's tagline in their direct they're having today. So,
oh yeah, no, I'll be covering that.
Good. I'll look for your coverage because I'll fucking probably fall asleep before then. So 6 p.m. I can't stay up till then. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, 6 p.m. I'm actually happy that it.
It's not 9 o'clock in the morning for the first time in forever?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, because it's usually at some, like, god-awful time during the...
Yeah, it's like 6 a.m. fucking Pacific time. I feel bad for those guys.
Oh, yep.
And you were probably out on the West Coast for a couple of those, so...
Yeah, so that's always an experience.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I was like, oh god, it's going to be like 4 in the morning, and I'm going to have to do something weird.
Mm-hmm. No.
But thankfully,
this time.
Yeah, What do you think? What do you think they're going to do? Because it's about Wii U and
Just talk about Zelda Wii U. Just be like, we were kidding.
well, that's right, of course. You can check your Twitter right now, by the way. I hope that it's something really cool. I hope that I really hope you should check Alex's Twitter and the Irrational Passions Twitter.
That is, I don't know how you so quickly found the perfect image for fiscal year's over, parties just started. But you did! And I am retweeting that from all the accounts.
That's, listen, man. That's a good way to, I'm hoping I'm gonna try to work that into, a lead for the Nintendo Direct, because I don't know if they'll go over.
Like I'm saying,
I don't know if they'll
be
go
perfect.
over. I don't know if they're gonna go over numbers, but if they do, I'll be like, well, no, maybe. What? Okay, so what would you want? Do you want like Wind Waker 3DS?
I want Twilight Princess 3DS, but that's probably, if they do that, that'd be a new 3DS exclusive, probably. Fuck
Oh,
that.
certainly.
So,
New 3DS exclusive, but
never
maybe
mind, I don't want it.
it'll be. I don't know. I really don't know what IPs they're going to bring out, because if they announce new stuff before E3, where they don't even have a keynote anymore, it's going to be another Direct. That's probably when the next Direct's going to be. To be perfectly honest, with you.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck Nintendo's doing. Like, maybe they'll show Star Fox. They'll show Splatoon. Obviously, that comes out next month. That game looks great, at least. Like, you know.
I think they'll probably show Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, which is a game I'm very excited about. But you know what? You know what I want? I want Bravely Second. I want them to talk about Bravely Second.
Yeah,
Bravely Second would be.
That'll come to the U.S.
That would be good if they start talking about that. I know they talked about Fire Emblem the last time. They're like, hey, we announced this game.
They announced a new one, yeah.
It's going to come out by the end of the year.
They said that?
Yeah. Like,
Fuck.
that's a this year game.
I love Fire Emblem, so.
Yeah, and Awakening was dynamite.
It was fantastic, yeah. It's the same team, so.
I'm just here we go. Here's our Nintendo birthday wishes. How often does this happen?
Yeah, right. It's magic.
It's magic. April Fools, y'all. I want F-Zero, a new F-Zero game.
You want a new F-Zero game, I think, as much as I want a new Metroid game, which is a lot.
I want a new Metroid game. I want Axiom Troid.
Axiom Troid.
Yeah.
Axiom Verge isn't as good as Super Metroid, though. I'm like the only person that thought that, though. No, I'm not the only person, but
I want Ori and the Scene Forest. I
Ori
want
and the Blind Axiom Troid.
Yeah, confirmed.
Nailed it.
You know what? It would. You know what? Now all I want is it to there to be, because Nintendo's always has those great ads. Like, I remember the We Would Like to Play ads from the Wii era, where it was just two Japanese businessmen that just went to people's homes and just said, we're gonna play video games.
The greatest series of advertisements in the history of television. Yes,
yeah, it's just it's like surprise. It's like if Jehovah's Witnesses brought video games, where they just showed up.
Jehovah's Witnesses were adorable Japanese men.
Yeah, so I just want it to. I want it to be just like a completely bare white room, and then the door just gets kicked out. And there's just like all the Nintendo executives with bottles of Svedka vodka, and they're like, "Financial year's over. The party's just begun." And it's just like everything that everybody's ever wanted that Nintendo, oh God, oh my God, here it is, perfect. Fiscal year's over. Party's just become Mario Party title announced.
Again, 10 just came out. Fuck it. 11's coming to the 3DS this year.
No, not 11. They're taking a page of the Final Fantasy playbook. Mario Party 10-2.
Mario Party 10 Versus.
Yeah.
But Versus is written in like the Super Smash Brothers font. The party just started.
They just start playing jock jams. God
damn it. I mean, I'm down for this. They can't do any April Fool's bullshit, right? They're not going to.
I can't imagine. Like, they're in such bad, like a weird position. I wouldn't say bad position, but they're in such a weird position that, like, what if their April Fools were like, April unfolds, where like all the things that they said they just go back on. So like, remember how we said no regular new 3DS in North America? Well, the new 3DS XL sold so well that we're bringing the smaller one here too, and like all sorts of other stuff. I want them to go back on weirder choices that they made based on like market research, obviously, but a little bit of public opinion too.
What makes me think is like, do you think they're going to introduce any of their mobile stuff yet?
No, I don't think they're going to announce that because they're so. I mean,
I don't think any of it's ready yet. So.
Yeah, so that's the problem.
But they did say that was going to come summer of this year. So
new Super Monkey Ball title.
Fuck you for even saying that out loud.
Now I'm just trying to think of like the weirdest things that they do.
Yeah, they're gonna announce fucking Gino is gonna be the first DLC character in Smash Brothers before they announce the new Metro game, and I'm sitting over here fucking screaming at my ceiling.
We had to write. We had to write, but my editor solicited.
You were forced to write, is what you're saying.
Yeah, April Fool's Day articles for the site, and I wrote one. I don't know if it's up yet, but I was seriously considering doing something about Gino being in Smash Brothers.
Gino being the coolest Square Enix character ever.
Yeah, Gino Whirl, y'all.
Yeah.
The greatest fucking attack of all time, if you could just, get it right.
What a dope game with a dope song made because of it.
Yeah. Oh god. You know what, Nintendo, can you just Nintendo, I'm gonna talk right to Nintendo here. Nintendo, bring more virtual console systems to the 3DS. And just have a bunch of games. So if I could play Super Mario RPG on my 3DS and new Nintendo 3DS, I would be a very happy man, and I would buy those games.
I think announce a bunch. I think they actually will announce a bunch more GameCube games coming to the Wii U.
Is there any other
not GameCube Wii games?
Right. Is there any? I'm sorry. Keep make your point because you said something.
They should announce GameCube games coming to the Wii U.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Either that, or what if their master plan, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, to be perfectly honest with you, given the track record. What if it's they just they make it into a series of HD remakes of GameCube games? So like Super Mario Sunshine,
Paper Mario
F-Zero X, Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door.
That's all I want. Just give me fucking Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door.
What about Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door new 3DS exclusive?
I would love that. See, I want them to announce a new Paper Mario game for the Wii U, but they won't. So.
What would it be? Paper Mario We're Sorry? Because Sticker Star was not
because Sticker Star, they're like, hey, let's do that thing we've been doing to all the Mario games, except it doesn't work for an RPG, where it's like a world map, and then you go 1-1, 1-2, fuck you.
That was my favorite. It was like the Minus World. Fuck You was one of my favorite warp stages.
Like, I love Super Paper Mario. If they just made Paper Mario 3, a sequel to 1,000 Year Door, new companions, new abilities, you bring back all the cool stuff you did in 1,000 Year Door, badges and all that. Just do that. Just do it. Do it on 3DS. Sticker Star would have been great if it didn't suck. Just do it on Wii U. I'll buy it.
I really thought that, given their track record with Mario RPGs, that it would have been like harder to fuck up Paper Mario than it would be to make a good one.
It's like I've played Sticker Star like the first hour.
I played most of that game. I got up to Bowser.
Oh shit! I need to like I'm going to finish that game just because the humor and the writing and everything, that's all there. The charm of it's there. It's just like you fucked the format, man.
It's not good.
Yeah, like you had a good thing, and you're like, man, stickers, I guess. No, fuck. What are you doing with these stickers?
Who are you? Facebook?
Yeah.
With your stickers.
I don't understand how stickers work.
Neither do I. That's why we're officially technology and trends are going to stop targeting us, and we're going to start getting like less and less relevant. So like
they don't stop targeting you because BrentRanch.com, like you're writing about tech and stuff there, and like.
Oh no, but I'm talking about like Yik Yak. Or like some other weird thing that like I don't know anything about. I'm an old man. Like I don't know.
It's just
yeah.
So unintuitive now.
You know what? The best thing was that I was listening to another podcast, The Vergecast, that the Verge.com folks do, and it's great. And they were just talking about how there's never been, and you and I were in the sweet spot. People from like your age until people like I don't know, like 5 or 6 years older than me. AOL Instant Messenger, AIM.
Yep.
Was like it was like a before cell phones. That was
best.
the way to talk to people.
Yeah, like, what's your username? Like, I would just ask that to people, and if they said, like, on Skype, I would never talk to them again.
Those were like the Sega kids during the SNES era. You're like,
Totally.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your screen name? And then they tell you some ridiculous thing that they would regret for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, I had 4. I made 4, and then, because my first one was Alphighter 27.
Right.
And then I made 3 after that. And, like, after the third one for, like, a week, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I just went back to Alphighter 27, and I haven't used the other one since. So,
Yeah.
like, that was the moment when I'm like, okay, this is my username now.
Oh, God, and then, like, away messages.
Yeah, away messages, your
When
bio.
Yeah, I was gonna say when people were dating, you go to their profile and they have the heart and the person's name next to them, and it was always in the bottom.
And you had to, if someone wasn't your real best friend, if they didn't have some AIM quotes. On
It had to be. Right. But no, you had to. There was always a quote because we were all miniature philosophers.
Yep.
Where it was just like some, in my case,
Song
it was
lyric.
yeah, it was like a John Lennon quote, and I just thought that I was really like pithy. And then whoever I was dating at the time, it would be like heart, insert name of girl here, and some sort of like really adolescent, juvenile nonsense. And I remember like I would get messages where people would be like, "Hey, check out my new profile," and it would be like a thing to be like, "Oh, I wonder if this person's profile has changed."
Yeah, I mean, like I use MySpace also. Like I was still in
Yeah,
that
me
range
too.
too. So.
Yeah, but
like
AIM,
you don't have fond memories of that.
No, AIM was important. The moment that like, oh man, your crush's away message went away. Oh God, when do I message her? Oh God, because she's gonna know if I message her right away that I've been staring at that little pen and at that little yellow notepad for just having that color seared into my retinas.
Yeah, God, fucking when Apple added, because like I don't know if you had a Mac.
No, I was a PC guy until 2008.
Okay, so like the fucking AOL never updated their Mac version of the app.
Yeah, that client.
So then when Apple put out the Messages client, it was very frigid. When they put out the Messages client, you could finally do like add your AOL username into that and go through that and set like custom backgrounds and change the font and shit. 'Cause it's the fucking dopest shit ever. Everyone was jealous.
For people in a certain age range, your first cell phone number was your screen name.
Yep.
That was the way to get, because messages would come up at a certain point. Messages would come up, like if they messaged you while you were offline, they would pop up when you came back.
Yep.
Or the away message was like our answering machine. You know what I mean? Our voicemail, where it was like if something crazy happened, you go downstairs for dinner and then you have like 85 messages. Then it's like, did you see this thing, or like did you hear that this person did that thing? And like it was a weird time, and they were talking about it on the Vergecast because they're like there's never been a ubiquitous messaging client like AIM. Like nothing had that massive hold on people like that program did.
Yeah, and now God, like I can't fucking imagine using that garbage now. Like,
well, it's garbage. It's garbage because now we have phone numbers, and so now we just message each other.
Yeah, like if I had to, I'd use Skype, and I hate Skype too. Like I just hate anything like that. Yeah, because
you're an old person. You hate things.
I hate things, but like you're right. iMessage is like it's the way. I hate texting people on Android because I hate things.
Yeah,
and I love loving things like Jeff Canada, man.
I have two N1T.
Yeah.
2 N1T. Oh, we can confirm. So good.
So good. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, of course. Well, I think we've been talking for over an hour.
I tell Brandt before the show, I'm like, don't worry about tangents, like, because my topic's like a little thin, and he's like, oh, me tangents, and we're like over an hour now, yeah. And
well, because it's our birthday cast.
Yeah, it's the longest episode of Waffles vs. Pancakes, and we had a good time.
Maybe the best episode of Waffles vs. Pancakes.
Possibly, it was full of tangents, birthdays, Taylor Swift. We hit all the marks. Never talked about waffles or pancakes at any point, though.
No, but you had pancakes at 4 a.m.
I did. Oh, God, I was so drunk. It was fantastic. Because like did I send you the picture of?
Yeah, you did.
When I put all the stuff on it, and like, oh God, It was so good.
Of course, drunk breakfast is great.
And it's fun because like my artist friend, and that's relevant to the later part of the story. He's sitting on the kitchen floor painting, on my kitchen floor while I'm making these pancakes in a shirt, underwear, and wearing my headphones, listening to the Northern Hues, and I'm just fucking making pancakes with this little spatula.
Yeah.
It was the best image of drunkenness that I think I've ever fulfilled. And then, like, I gave him, like, what was left of the pancakes. And he's like, all right, cool, I'll have these, thank you. And I'm like, don't worry about it, man. I wanted the pancakes. And I just ate them in my room, like, happy as could be. It was a great. I sent you the picture of me like before I ate them.
It was
like, that is a face ready for fucking pancakes.
It was 4:30 in the morning. You sent me this weird selfie. It's the day before. I know I have to travel in like 2.5 hours. I can't sleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, I close my eyes. And
I had no idea why you were awake, but it makes more sense now.
Yeah, exactly. I just hear like a ding, and I'm like, oh man, it's 4 in the morning. I wonder who this could be, and it's just your face, and I'm like, oh.
I didn't think you would be awake. I thought you could wake up to that and be like, glad you had a good time, but then you said, did you eat pancakes yet? I'm like, no, fuck, what am I doing right now?
Yeah, no, I had to make sure that the Breakfast Bandits were in check. Alex, it's been a pleasure talking to you and the fine people. So, you tell people where internet find us.
Internet. Well, honestly,
hey, internet.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, internet, let me level with you.
So it begins again. Brandt, my compatriot here.
That's right.
You can find him on the internet personally at Ranj on Twitter. That's all one word. Ranj, if you prefer. Yep. That's what I do. He is the B of the Breakfast Bandits for sure. You can also read his stuff, readretro.com.
Thank you.
And you are on a YouTube show with a mutual friend, Nikki Powell, and it's called Misdiagnosis, MISS Diagnosis, where she like says some stuff, and you're like, nah, I don't know anything about that. It's fun. No,
show. I tell her, she gives me a medical term. I tell her what I think it means. She tells me what it actually means because she's much smarter than
way
smarter than I'll ever be.
In that regard, for sure. I am.
So then, what about yourself?
I am on Twitter at alfighter27. You can see it. Oh God, I'm like way off. I need to get like have like a note like of like, oh, here it is. And you can follow me there. I tweet about random stuff. I'll also tweet at 4 in the morning drunk and say, hey, ask me questions. And it's really sad when no one tweets back at me. So follow me and tweet back at me when I do that.
Look at his amazing retweets of stupid things that I tweet at him.
Yeah.
Like the amazing photograph.
Yeah, follow Brandt and I on Twitter so you can see our interactions on Twitter, which is only half of the magic, I assure you.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're watching this, which you have to be since it's only in video form, maybe we'll do like an audio version of this at some point.
One day, yes.
One day. But you can subscribe here on youtube.com/Irrational Passions. There's a ton of cool stuff. I do the podcast, Irrational Passions podcast, every Friday. You can watch the video version of that here, and that's uncut, unedited. The nice, clean audio edited version comes out on Tuesdays. And the Alex Plays Zelda, which I actually just finished, is all up on there. I played every Zelda from A Link to the Past to Skyward Sword, and that was weird. All the console ones. And a new show is coming out soon. It's called Buddy System. Tentatively, we're calling that. The pilot should be up this week, maybe next week. And that's a video show with me and 3 other cool people talking about games. So that's all cool. And rationalpassions.com is where you can read my stuff. So that's the show. Thank you. Have
a happy birthday.
Yeah. Thank you. I hope you have an amazing birthday.
Thank you very much, sir.
And to all of our wonderful viewers, I hope whenever your birthday comes around, you have a happy one.
That's right.
We love you.
Yeah, we love you very much.
And thanks for watching, guys. Bye, Brandt.
Bye.